Save and keep going, that is all this is. Not an ending, just a place to leave the marker. Everything I built today stays built. It will be waiting when I open it again. The last line I wrote is the first line tomorrow. So the starting point keeps moving forward. That is the quiet arithmetic of showing up. And it always comes out ahead. Nothing gets lost if you put it away right. Nothing gets wasted if you meant it at the time. So I close the cover gently, not in a hurry, and carry the rest home with me. Save and keep going. One more day down. The work is still standing where I left it. Tomorrow I come back and pick it up warm. Same table, same light, further along. Save and keep going. Nothing is over. This is just where today stops and waits. Chairs going up, the floor getting swept, the room getting ready for its own quiet. I am the last one packing up, and I like that. Last one out means I use the whole thing. Bobbing notes falling like small change. Felt piano folding, the afternoon closed. Everything I came here for, I got it, and there is more of it tomorrow. Save and keep going. One more day down, the work is still standing where I left it. Tomorrow I come back and pick it up warm. Same table, same light, further along. Save and keep going. Nothing is over. This is just where today stops and waits. I never finish anything at 5 o'clock. I just save it and let it be someone else's problem for 12 hours. But someone else is me tomorrow, with a full cup and a better idea. Save and keep going. Say da 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 da. Save and keep going. One more day down, the work is still standing where I left it. Tomorrow I come back and pick it up warm. Same table, same light, further along. Save and keep going. Nothing is over, and I will be here again to keep it moving. File closed, light off, nothing left behind. Same time, same table, forward from here.
The light lands on the left edge of the desk. By the time it reaches the middle, I am deep. It moves about a hands with every hour, which is the only schedule I can keep. No alarm has ever taught me anything. It only tells me something is now late. But the light does not accuse me of a thing. It just moves and I move at that rate. I put the desk here for exactly this, so the day would have a way to show its length. Not a number counting down at me, but a slow bright line that reads like strength. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. I do not need a number on a screen. Desk by the window, morning moving slowly. Everything it touches I have seen. When the edge of it arrives at the far corner, I will know that I have done a real day's worth. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. Quiet is the measure of the work. Dust turns over slowly in the beam, and I have stopped pretending it annoys me. The window has one crack across the corner, and the light comes through it just as gently. There is a plant that leans a little further every week toward the exact same thing that I lean toward. We are both just quietly following the warmth and getting most of what we asked it for. Let the phone stay in the other room entirely. Let the hallway keep whatever it has heard. Everything worth doing needs a window and a stretch of light that never says a word. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. I do not need a number on a screen. Desk by the window, morning moving slowly. Everything it touches I have seen. When the edge of it arrives at the far corner, I will know that I have done a real day's worth. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. Quiet is the measure of the world. I had to give. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. This is not the waiting, this is how I live. I moved the desk 3 times before I got it right. Not for the view. There is barely a view for the light. Because when the light is the clock, the day stops feeling like something that is being taken from me and starts feeling like something crossing a room. And I can work at the speed of something crossing a room. Desk by the window, let the light keep time. I do not need a number on a screen. Desk by the window, morning moving slowly.
The page is white and it is not a debt. It is a room that no one has walked through. The cursor is not waiting for a thing. It only breathes the way that I do too. I made the coffee and I sat right down. I did not check the world before I came. Whatever gets written here is written slow, and slow is not a lesser kind of same. There is nothing here I have to prove. There is only what I want to say. The morning has not asked me for a thing, so I can give it all of it away. First page, take up all the light Everything that follows starts from here. First page, you are not a test. You are just a place I get to steer. One word and then another one behind it. That is all the morning ever means. First page, stay as wide as this. Room enough to hold the in-between. The radiator ticks and I let it. It keeps the time that nothing has to match. Outside a door closes 2 floors down, and the sound does not ask me to attach. My hands are warm now, resting on the keys. The screen is dim the way I like it dim. The hour is mine and no one knows the shape of it, so I get to draw the outline in. Let the tabs stay closed a little longer. Let the notifications hold their breath. Everything I need is on this page, and the page is patient, wide and left. First page, take up all the light. Everything that follows starts from here. First page, you are not a test. You are just a place I get to steer. One word and then another one behind it. That is all the morning ever means. First page, stay as wide as this. Room enough to hold the in-between. I used to open the day by opening everything else first. All the windows, all the messages, all the small urgent things. And by the time I got to the page, there was nothing left of me to put on it. So now the page goes first. It is the only thing in the morning that does not want anything from me, which is exactly why it gets the best of what I have. First page, take up all the light. Everything that follows starts from here. First page, you were never a test. You were always where it all got clear. One word and then another one behind it. That is all the morning ever means. First page, stay as wide as this. Room enough to hold the in-between.
Nothing has needed me since I woke up. No name of mine has been said out loud. The whole apparatus of the day is warming somewhere far behind a paper cloud. This is the part they never put in stories, because it looks like absolutely nothing at all. But everything I ever did that mattered was decided in a room this small. Later there will be 100 small requests, and I will answer them, and that is fine. But not one of them has arrived just yet, and this untouched hour is entirely mine. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. The world has not begun to ask me things. Nothing urgent yet, and while it stays that way, I will use it on the quiet work it brings. Not the loudest thing, the one that lasts the longest. Not the fastest thing, the one that holds its shape. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. This is the only hour I never trade. The kettle cooled, the second cup went cold, and I did not notice, which is how I know. Somewhere in the middle of the quiet, the good part came and I went with the flow. The clock says something I can barely credit. 2 hours gone and none of them were spent on anything but this one open page. And this is what a morning ever meant. Let the phone begin whenever it begins. Let the first name of the day arrive at 10. Everything I chose to do before that was chosen freely, and I would choose again. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. The world has not begun to ask me things. Nothing urgent yet. And while it stays that way, I will use it on the quiet work it brings. Not the loudest thing, the one that lasts the longest. Not the fastest thing, the one that holds its shape. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. This is the only hour I never trade. Calling it my free time. Free time sounds like the part that is left over. And this is not left over. This is the part I take first. Everything after 9 belongs to other people, and I do not resent that. I just make sure that by the time they arrive, I have already spent the best 2 hours of the day on something of my own. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. The world has not begun to ask me things. Nothing urgent yet. And while it stays that way, I will use it on the quiet work it brings. Not the loudest thing, the one that lasts the longest. Not the fastest thing, the one that holds its shape. Nothing urgent yet, nothing urgent yet. And tomorrow morning I will start again.
There were 11 things, and now there is one. The others are not gone, they are just later. I wrote them somewhere safe and closed the book, so the noise of them stopped getting greater. A list is only useful if it shrinks, otherwise it is just a wall with writing on it. I keep the wall, I only read one line, and I do not read ahead to what is on it. Choosing is the hardest part of doing. Once it is chosen, the hard part is behind. The work was never really what was heavy. It was carrying 11 of them in my mind. One task at a time, one clean thing in front of me. Everything else can sit outside the door. One task at a time, and when this one is finished, I will go and open up the door for more. Not because the others do not matter, but because a mind can only hold one clear. One task at a time, one clean thing in front of me. This is how the whole thing gets done here. The screen has one window open, nothing else. I closed the rest before I could pretend that having them all visible was helping, that watching them was progress toward the end. It never was, it only made me tired in a way that looked exactly like a day. Now the tiredness at least belongs to something that was actually moved along the way. Let the other 10 stay written and stay waiting. Let them keep their order, let them keep. Everything I finish will be finished properly, and finished things are the only things I keep. One task at a time, one clean thing in front of me. Everything else can sit outside the door. One task at a time, and when this one is finished, I will go and open up the door for more. Not because the others do not matter, but because a mind can only hold one clear. One task at a time, one clean thing in front of me. This is how the whole thing gets done here. I thought the problem was that I was slow. It was not that. The problem was that I was carrying 11 things and touching one. So, every minute of work came with 10 minutes of remembering. Now the list lives on paper, and my head holds exactly one thing. Same hours, same person, completely different day. One task at a time, one clean thing in front of me. Everything else can sit outside the door. One task at a time, and when this one is finished, I will go and open up the door for more.
The pen makes a sound the keyboard never makes, a small dry pull across the open page. It is slower than my thinking on a screen, and slowing down the hand slows down the age. I cannot cut and paste a written line, so I have to know it before I begin, which means the sentence forms inside my head instead of getting built and rebuilt again. There is no cursor here to blink at me, no little bar demanding to be fed. The paper does not care how long I take, it only holds whatever I have said. Paper and ink, one direction only. Every line I write is one I meant. Paper and ink, nothing to undo, which is why I say it, and I let it sit. The margin fills with small uncertain arrows, and the arrows are the honest part of it. Paper and ink, one direction only. This is how a morning starts to fit. Slightly darker where I pressed. You can see exactly where I got it right, and where I stopped and thought along a thought. There is a small round pool of extra night. Nobody else will ever read this page. It is a workshop, not a finished room, but everything I make on screens today was shaped in here while it still had room. Let the notebook be the only thing that opens. Let the laptop wait its turn beside my knee. Everything that gets typed later will be clearer for the 20 minutes that it stayed with me. Paper and ink, one direction only. Every line I write is one I meant. Paper and ink, nothing to undo, which is why I say it and I let it sit. The margin fills with small uncertain arrows, and the arrows are the honest part of it. Paper and ink, one direction only. This is how a morning starts to fit. I do not write by hand because it is romantic. I write by hand because I cannot edit while I am writing. And it turns out that editing while writing was most of what was stopping me. On paper, the sentence has to be finished before it exists. So I finish it. And then, for the rest of the day, I am someone who finishes sentences. Paper and ink, one direction only. Oh, every line I write is one I meant. Paper and ink, nothing to undo, which is why I say it and I let it stand. The margin.
I turn the little switches off one at a time, not angrily, just quietly, like closing doors. Nothing in there was ever really urgent. It only borrowed the shape of something more. Attention is a channel, not a well. It does not refill because I want it to. Whatever else is running takes a portion, and I want the whole of it on you. The room is not more silent than it was. The silence was already in the room. I only stopped inviting other frequencies and let this single one have all the room. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here. Nothing running underneath the line. Quiet bandwidth, one clear signal only. Everything I have is on this frequency of mine. Not because the world is asking too much, but because divided is a slower kind of speed. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here. This is the only setting that I need. The screen has stopped producing little sounds. The wrist has stopped producing little taps. Nothing has arrived to make me look up, and nothing has fallen through the gaps. It turns out almost none of it was mine. Most of it was somebody else's raid. I gave him all the small end of my day and kept the wide, clear middle for what is great. Let the notifications gather somewhere else. Let the badges count as high as they can climb. Everything I owe will still be owed at 10, and I will pay it with a much clearer mind. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here. Nothing running underneath the line. Quiet bandwidth, one clear signal only. frequency of mine. Not because the world is asking too much, but because divided is a slower kind of speed. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here. The strange part was how little I missed. I expected to come back to something urgent. 90 minutes of everything switched off, and what was waiting was 3 things that could have waited longer. So now I assume that is always true, and I am right about it most days. And on the days I am wrong, it still costs less than being available all morning. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here. Nothing running underneath the line. Quiet bandwidth, one clear signal only. Everything I have is on this frequency of mine. Not because the world is asking too much, but because whole attention is the rarest thing to give. Quiet bandwidth, all of it right here.
There is a version of this morning where I look, and the whole day rearranges around what I find. So I leave the little envelope alone and keep the first clear hour for my mind. Nobody wrote anything that will not keep. The words are patient, sealed and out of sight. Waiting has never made a message heavier. It only gives me room to get this right. This is not hiding, this is just an order. Mine before theirs, and then theirs after mine. The world will get a better version of me if I meet it somewhere past the quiet line. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, there is a window nobody can book. Before the inbox, while the day is mine, long enough to finish, not just look. I will spend it on the one thing that deserves it, and I will let the rest of it stay closed. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, this is where the good work gets composed. The kettle settled and the room went still. The light is on the paper, not the screen. I know exactly what I meant to do today, because I chose it back when it was clean. No one is asking me a thing right now. No one is even certain I am here. And that small, unreachable stretch of time is the most productive part of every year. Let the envelope keep its little number. Let the small red circle wait and glow. Everything inside it will still be inside it 40 minutes from now, and I will go. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, there is a window nobody can book. Before the inbox, while the day is mine, long enough to finish, not just look. I will spend it on the one thing that deserves it, and I will let the rest of it stay closed. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, this is where the good work gets composed. For years, the first thing I did was find out what everyone else wanted. And I called that being responsive. It took me a long time to notice that responsive and awake are not the same word. Now the first 40 minutes belonged to whatever I decided last night mattered. Everything else still gets answered. it just gets answered by someone who has already done her own work. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, there is a window nobody can book. Before the inbox, while the day is mine, long enough to finish, not just look. I will spend it on the one thing that deserves it, and the rest of it will keep the way it always keeps. Before the inbox, before the noise arrives, this is where the whole day finds its shape.
The water has to sit a minute first. Too hot and everything comes out unkind. So I stand here doing nothing on purpose, which is the hardest skill I ever tried to find. The grounds go dark and then they rise and breathe. 30 seconds where I cannot rush a thing. The kettle is the only clock I trust, because it only measures what it brings. I pour in circles from the middle out, slow enough to keep the bed intact. The whole thing takes 4 minutes if I let it, and 4 unhurried minutes is a pact. Slow coffee, teach me how to wait. You are the only thing I do not try to speed. Slow coffee, 4 unhurried minutes. Standing still is half of what I need. Everything I make after this is better, because the making started with a pause. Slow coffee, hold the morning steady. Steady hands and steady is the cause. The steam draws something on the cupboard door, and it is gone before I read it through. The neighbor's kitchen light comes on across the yard. Somebody else is standing still there too. I have not looked at anything with letters yet. No headline and no message and no list. The first thing in my head today is warm, and that is the whole argument for this. Let the mug be heavier than the phone. Let the counter be the only place I stand. Everything that needs me will still need me when I get there with a steadier hand. Slow coffee, teach me how to wait. You are the only thing I do not try to speed. Slow coffee, 4 unhurried minutes. Standing still is half of what I need. Everything I make after this is better, because the making started with a pause. Slow coffee, hold the morning steady. Steady hands and steady is the cause. The slow equipment for the wrong reason. I thought it would make better coffee. It does, a little. But that is not why I kept it. I kept it because it is 4 minutes a day where the only correct move is to stand there and pour carefully and let something take the time it takes. Everything I do after that is calmer, and I did not expect that part. Slow coffee, teach me how to wait. You are the only thing I do not try to speed. Slow coffee, 4 unhurried minutes. Standing still is where the good work starts to lead. Everything I make after this is better, because the making started with a pause. Slow coffee, hold the morning steady, steady hands, and stays because
Sunlight found the keys before I did, laid itself flat across the wooden state. There is a sparrow keeping time outside the glass, counting something slower than a day. The curtains left a gap on purpose, I think, a thin bright line drawn out across the floor. The sheets still hold the shape of where we were, and I am in no hurry anymore. Nothing here is asking to be solved, nothing here is asking me to run. The coffee is warming, the city has not opened yet. We have the quiet part before the sun. Slow light, come and take your time. There is a whole morning folded in the shade. Slow light, hold the room like this. Nothing golden ever has to fade. I will keep the tempo of the sparrow song. Let the hours arrive the way they came. Slow light, stay a little longer. Every morning knows me by my name. A cup ring on the table like a signature, proof the evening treated us alright. My phone is face down and it is going to stay there. Nothing on it moves as slow as light. The floorboards know exactly where to creak. I walk the quiet route across the room. Steam is drawing pictures on the window. Morning is a long and open room. Let the list be folded in the drawer. Let the clock forget the shape of 9. Everything I need is in this hour, and this hour is entirely mine. Slow light, come and take your time. There is a whole morning folded in the shade. Slow light, hold the room like this. Nothing golden ever has to fade. I will keep the tempo of the sparrow song. Let the hours arrive the way they came. Slow light, stay a little longer. Every morning knows me by my name. Mornings were something to get through, a corridor between the alarm and the desk. Now I know better. This is the part of the day that belongs to no one else. So I let the light move across the floor at its own speed. And I move at that speed too. Slow light, come and take your